nail friends, it's Miranda and welcome back to Corgi's Wine and Nails. If you hear a funny noise like a dog running around and barking and making noise, that's my dog. He's a Corgi. His name is Ryder. We do have some wine tonight. Hello. It is the eve before Halloween Eve and tragedy has struck. So we are going to do a repair today for a nail, and an easy way to do that without using a tip is to actually use a coffee filter. So I'm going to show you what that technique is. We're going to cut out a piece of coffee filter and rebuild this little guy that decided that he wanted to betray me today. And I will tell you, it's my own fault. I'm gonna have to take accountability. I am a klutz, and I know I'm a klutz. And for some reason, I thought it was okay to go bare nails for the, basically a day and a half, because I popped off my nails. And because I use Probase, and then I just was tired last night, so I did not redo them. And now this is what I have to show for not, taking action at that time. So what I'm gonna do, without further ado, is stop complaining and showing you more nails, less talking about complaining about my broken nail. So let's fix it. What I'm gonna do, and I hope you can see, is I'm gonna eyeball this coffee filter because I want to make it about the width of my nail. I'm just kind of pressing in so I can get a little bit of a judgment. It's definitely not perfect science or anything. So I'm gonna cut just straight into the the edge of this coffee filter. And I actually have a pack of coffee filters that are the wrong size. So they're perfect for when this happens because I just keep them so that I could do this if I need to. So just cut that with scissors. I'm gonna kind of fake it a little bit. I think that's gonna be too wide. But let's check it. Yeah, see, it's a little too wide on the edge. So I do kind of wanna keep it less. Let me see. So where my smile line hits for the bed of my nail to my finger, I want to just go across there because that's enough surface area right here to keep it stable, in my opinion. And I'm not a technician. This is just me DIYing, hacking away at life here. So I'm gonna trim that here a little bit more. And once I get started, I'm gonna tell you guys interesting little story about today. Okay, I wanna do just, let me see, I'm gonna show you. Did you notice I'm kind of curling it? Because my nails curve. If your nails don't curve, don't worry about it. But I'm kind of curving it just because I wanna get a better assessment and see, yeah, that still seems like way too wide. And I'm gonna do just a little extra trim. I'm trying to get close enough that you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can. Otherwise, you'll never see this video. You'll be like, well, weren't you gonna do a video first, Miranda? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. This actually was a requested video, so thank you for those that asked. I asked in one of my other videos, I think I was talking about maybe Probase, or who knows what I was doing. I just want to cut in this edge because I have a coffin shape. So it's actually the base is okay. I just want to help myself to cut in more of that coffin shape on this so it's less filing later. And yeah, that's perfect, I think. So yeah, I was saying if you want to see, I think I was saying like, hey, actually these two nails had a break, and I did a fake tip with the coffee filter. If you want to see it, let me know. And a few of you were like, I would love to see that, Miranda. All right, so here's one thing that I think helps me. I don't do it all the time, but I usually use, triple vitamin for my base for dipping. And I like it because it's thin, it's a little slower to dry. It's just, it seems to me to be self-leveling. I just have a few things that I like about this triple vitamin formula. However, I still keep Revel Probase, and you guys, I still have the glass jar. I got this right before they switched to the plastic, and a lot of people have been saying that they're not having a good experience with the plastic, so I'm gonna keep this one until I'm deceased. I'm just gonna keep refilling it. Keep this glass jar. But I digress. Probase from Revel, to me, and this is the professional formula, it does seem to dry faster, and it's a little bit thicker. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just making a bunch of noise trying to get some tweezers. You don't have to have the tweezers if you don't want to. I just think that they'll help. And so I'm gonna put a very thin coat. I'm kind of brushing off a lot, I hope you can tell. Because this is thicker of a formula, but this dries really quick. And I think it helps lock down this fake tip I'm about to make a little faster than my normal triple vitamin. So I hope you can tell what I'm doing here. Just lightly doing very, very light coat. This dries fast, so I'm gonna try to move fast. Pick up my little friend here, set it on top. It's already absorbing the liquid, and so I have some time, but not a lot, to get it the right matchup on my edges. Oop, I can use my actual nail, like my thumb and stuff, to help too. But shifting it around, and then kind of, you don't have to have a tweezer, like I said, you can, just don't probase your nail to your other nail. So I'm just holding it there for a second lightly, and then I'll do a little bit more with the tweezer. Try not to shift it too much. And then while you're doing this, I've made the mistake before, and this might just be me because my nails curve. I have an apex and a C curve to my nail. Here, let me do a different angle. So you want this guy to lay like that. And sorry, my tweezers already had gunk on them because, you know, I could have likely thought about cleaning them before this video and before you went, ew, Miranda. It's just residue from probably doing a decal, I think. For Halloween, I was doing Halloween decals. Right, so that one is about to dry right there on that edge. Hopefully you can see what's happening. Okay. And so that's gonna lay down just perfectly. This side is laying out perfectly. That's great. Now that it's on, I do want it to make sure that it's going to be not leaving a gap between my natural nail and this coffee filter underneath. So I'm kind of pushing down a little bit more in the very, very tip. Make sure it all gets locked down. And once we feel pretty good about it, I'm gonna do a little bit more Probase, brushing off a lot. I don't want a big old lumpy, sloppy mess here. I just want to saturate it again. And I'm not going much further than where the actual false tip is. If you can tell, it's like barely, barely, barely below where I placed the base of it on my finger. And I'm going to dip and clear. So here is my clear dip. Usually I would pour some out, but this is like, I don't have any glitter or anything happening on this finger, so I don't worry about contaminating my clear at the moment. And I'm gonna let that just kind of set in. Let's see, get this little brush and brush it off. And it's already starting to look like a real nail. What do you guys think so far? Since this is a little bit soft, here, I'm gonna move this out of the way. Since it's still a little bit soft and I don't actually want my nail to be just that long, I'm gonna go ahead and eyeball it and cut it down just a little to help me with filing later. And that looks like a more appropriate length to meet up with my other nails. And then the edges, I can either wait to file, or I can, if you have a good sense of your shape, you can try to just trim it with your scissors. Of course, you could use smaller scissors, but this is these are the scissors that were in my kitchen, and I just, like to live dangerously. Just live a challenge. So I'm kind of just cutting in, and that doesn't have to be perfect because I am going to file that later. But now that we've done that, I'm hoping that you can tell it's starting to look like a real nail, like Pinocchio when he wanted to be a real boy. That's what we're doing. Okay, I'm gonna activate this and then I'm gonna buff it so that there is not a ridge between my actual nail and this little pretend guy. And hopefully you guys really can't tell much of a difference when I do my nails tonight. Let that soak in for a sec. I'm not gonna invest a lot of time on shaping because once I dip, then I'll do the majority of my shaping work. So it'll just be like, cleaning up really any. If you wanted to, you could start shaping now. But do you remember if you wanted to do like maybe an extra dip of the clear, that might be a good idea if you want to shape now, like before you dip, because it's still going to be just a little bit like flexible. I mean, it's pretty sturdy, but I only did one dip of the acrylic clear, so it's not super strong because I know I'm going to keep dipping and I don't want it to get too bulky. So I'm just lightly, if you can see what I'm doing, just very lightly, kind of making sure that it looks like my shape. Honestly, I probably would have just saved myself the effort and waited until I finished dipping my entire nail. But do a little buff on top. I got these little buffers for super cheap on Amazon. They're different than how my other buffers are, but it was like, I think $6.99 for a lot, like 12, no, more than that, like maybe 15 of them. And they're supposed to be 180 and 100 grits. They're just like really squishier than my other ones, so not as firm. But besides that, I'm adjusting to them, and I feel like they're doing a good job buffing, and I kind of think maybe I do like them squishier. I'm just so used to like a really stiff one because I get them at the grocery store. Again, not a professional, just your average regular girl living the nail dreams here on the interwebs. All right, here we go. This is what it looks like, and it was really funny, you guys. I posted earlier, and I think like maybe over 140 people voted for me to cut my nails. And like 90 something said don't, but I almost cut all my nails down, super shorties. And I was literally about to do it, and I told my husband, hey, I'm gonna cut my nails down and do a video, like watch me chop my nails off. And he said, no, I love your nails, don't do that. And he kind of like hit me in the heartstrings because I was like, really? You're so sweet and cute. Okay, maybe I won't. So I decided to do this instead. I think maybe when I change my nails, then if I'm still feeling that like itch to go short, then I'll do it. So I thought that was probably the smartest thing, is to not be impulsive and just chop all my nails off. but maybe that gives me a couple days to really think about if that's what I want to do. And if it is, I will film it and I'll show you guys maybe how I shape my nails when they're short, and kind of still try to do like a baby coffin, you know. But if you want to see that, let me know, and maybe I'll just hack my nails off for you guys because I love you. But yeah, I was surprised a lot of people said they'd be interested in seeing short nail looks, and I totally agree. That sounds kind of fun to do too. It just needed to simmer on it for a second. But anyways, this one's ready to do. Thanks for watching, and thanks for checking out my fake nail. I'll try to insert a picture here of what life is like with my new little resurrected friend. And let me know in the comments if you want to see me hack off my nails, if you want to see a chrome tutorial, if you want to see something else. But otherwise, love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.